Hang with me. Hell yeah, y'all. I'll pick it up.
This is indeed a disturbing universe.
Hello, greetings, and welcome. Welcome to the Stereo 999 YouTube channel. I am your host, the artist formerly known as Stereo Steve. And once again, I'm here in the bomb shelter with my pal, Mr. Gopher. Say hi, Mr. Gopher.
Hi, Mr. Gopher. You know, this joke was funny like the first time, but now it's just kind of tired.
Yeah, but you're the star, dude. You know, the YouTube algorithm says that if it's the host and a sidekick yammering back and forth, that generates more traffic than just one person talking.
Yeah, that's true, I guess, but you can't even get 300 subscribers.
Well, last time I checked, it was 297, so maybe it's not that far off in the distance. It'll only take 3 you fools to just click that little button, and then we'll have that 300 subscriber party, and you'll be invited. Yes. All right. Well, anyway, I want to give a shout out to somebody new on the scene here in the vinyl community. A cat who goes by Richard S. And he does a series called Take 5, where every episode he'll have 5 albums kind of loosely based around a certain theme and talk about them. And just by sheer coincidence, I was talking about a stack of 5 records in my last video, literally days before I discovered his channel. So I'm going to do another one. This is 5 records.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 records that I've been neglecting. And what I mean by neglecting is records that maybe I didn't get into when I first got them. Records that maybe were in my sell trade pile that I listened to again for the first time in years and was like, what was I thinking? This is actually good. I'm gonna keep this. You know, maybe my musical taste is changing, or maybe I was just too overwhelmed by other stuff I was doing in the past and didn't give these records the attention that they deserved. So move over, Gopher, and let records take over.
Oh, gee, real clever, real clever. I'm laughing. I'm laughing so hard I'm gonna fall over. Ha ha ha!
Well, the first one in the stack, this is a 60s kind of psychedelic rock band from Canada called It's All Meat. And this is a reissue. This was recorded in 1970 in RCA Studios in Toronto. And I'm not sure exactly when, sometime in the 2000s I picked up this reissue, which also contains an orange vinyl 7-inch of a couple of bonus tracks with this neat label here. And a nice glossy picture. And the record. And I listened to it again, and it's good. But the thing is, it's not like a brain-melting killer fuzz psych record that's going to get your attention right away. It's a little more subtle. It's got some good tunes. There's a couple of bluesy songs that are kind of lackluster, but there's some long, slow, trippy songs and there's some good rockin' jams, and it is highly regarded in enough circles that I would probably regret selling this if I got rid of it when I'd see somebody else talking about it. So yeah, it's all meat. This next artist is from the Boston, Massachusetts era, around 1985. This is Bird Songs of the Mesozoic, Beat of the Mesozoic, and this aggregation was created after Mission of Burma broke up around 1983. The main guy, Roger Miller from Mission of Burma, he had some problems with tinnitus, and then he started this Bird Songs of the Mesozoic project with these other characters here, like Eric Lindgren, Rick Scott, Martin Swope, who was part of Mission of Burma behind the scenes. But he's primarily playing keyboards here, so he's able to control the volume more. And they made several of these records. But yeah, a little more experimental, kind of avant-garde stuff. And then Mission of Burma got back together in 2002, and that's a whole nother story. But yeah, on the Ace of Hearts Records label, Bird Songs of the Mesozoic. All their stuff is pretty interesting. Next, and I don't know whether to call this post-punk or power pop or garage rock. I guess it's a little of each. This band is called the Human Switchboard, and it looks like they were from Cleveland, Ohio, and they made this album on Faulty Products, 1981. And Velvet Underground influenced garage rock with lots of Farfisa organ and catchy songs. And yeah, I was not feeling it like when I bought this record, and it just kind of sat on the shelf. But this is kind of the reason I did this video, because I dug this out the other day and I was listening to this and really enjoying it, and I'm like, yeah, this is a keeper. This is the original copy, and I think they did just recently reissue this album. But yeah, if you like that kind of sound, that kind of 80s garage rock revival, again, like I said, lots of Farfisa organ, lots of tight songs, male and female vocals. But yeah, Human Switchboard. Who's Lending in My Hangar? Two more of these. Okay, this is Night Vision, Hymns for the Invisible Church by the Knights of the New Crusade. And this is their second album. Knights of the New Crusade is another project from Mike Lucas of Phantom Surfers and Mal infamy. And they are a Christian punk garage rock band. And their first record, actually, when I was at the radio station, when I was at KUSF, it actually stirred up a lot of controversy. There were people who did not detect the trollish quality underneath the surface and thought that these guys were serious. And there were songs like Ain't No Monkey on My Family Tree, like Denying Evolution. There was a song where they said that George Harrison is in hell for being a Hare Krishna, and just hilarious trolling. The Knights of the New Crusade have been, since their inception, at the cutting edge of theological thought in rock and roll. This has not endeared them to the more worldly and reactionary majority of the Christian world, the rock world, or the Christian rock world. So be it. But they do a cover of Baal by Exuma, and they do some spoken word stuff. There's a song called God Is Not a Mushroom, LSD Battle of the Mind. And tune in, turn on, drop dead. But yeah, I thought, okay, maybe their first album is enough. I don't need both. But why the hell not? I'm a big Exuma fan. We share a birthday, February 18th. So yeah, Knights of the New Crusade. Last but not least, in the 5 records that I've been neglecting, this is Always Know by Thelonious Monk. And if you know me, you know that I'm a big jazz fan, that Thelonious Monk is one of my favorites. But this was I was kind of like, oh, I got a stack of Monk this big, I don't need this one. But no, this is a keeper. I need to give this record more attention, because this was the one I listened to the least of all my Monk records, and it's actually pretty great. And it's a nice white label promo, Columbia label. But it's mostly unreleased tracks from the 60s, which means, the great Charlie Rouse on sax. But there's like Newport Jazz Festival, Lincoln Center, Jazz Workshop in San Francisco. Those are some of the places where the live tracks were recorded. It's got Shuffled Boil by Monk's Dream, and it's a double album. And it's a white label promo. So yeah, this is staying in my collection. I'm not trading this. But yeah, that's my 5. That's my 5. Right, we're back, and I am here with my buddy, not Mr. Gopher, Mystery Matt. Say hi, Mystery Matt.
Hi, Steve.
How's it going? Mystery Matt is, if you remember, my pal Mystery Guest, who's you've seen playing banjo on these videos before. Mystery Matt is Mystery Guest's brother, and he's from New Jersey, and once a year he comes up to San Francisco and we party, and we're going to go dig for records later. But right now, we kind of got a little VCLT going here. So he told me about a record that he was going to gift to me. And so I thought I would gift a couple of records to him as an exchange. This is kind of a grail, so I'm actually really stoked. I really appreciate you giving me this. This is the Naked UK Jimi Hendrix Electric Ladyland. Okay, and there's the inside. So that's totally different than the American album. This is the picture that was on his greatest hits CD. They used the same picture.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he wanted this on the front cover, and they kind of jerked him with the naked, It's like West Germany, German
Is
pressing.
that where it came from? I didn't even.
Ja,
I thought
das
it was
ist
Britain.
gut. Ja. Ja, ich liebe das deutsche vinyl. Wow, this is beautiful. Yeah, yeah. 1983, A Merman, I Shall Turn to Be. One of my all-time favorite tracks. I really appreciate this. All right, well,
Yeah, I've been exchanging my old Reprise records for the remastered ones.
are they that much better?
A lot of them are.
Okay.
This one's probably not that much better, but our experience is definitely better.
Okay, the only remastered Hendrix vinyl that I picked up was the Axis Bold as Love in mono.
Mono.
Because I wanted to compare, because I have an OG stereo copy with the tricolor Reprise.
A few minutes later.
Three Dog Night. It ain't easy.
Right.
Now, a lot of folks think that the group is only the three guys singing. It's a 7-person group. One of the great drummers. What was his name?
Ned Sneed was the drummer.
Floyd Sneed.
Floyd Sneed. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is gatefold cover.
Yeah,
and
hold it
everything.
up so the people can see. See, he wants to get into this video racket. I'm showing him how it works here.
Oh, you know I love 60s pop,
And
especially that garage stuff. But these guys, they were a really good band.
yeah, they got some flack for not writing their own songs, but they had such good taste in the songs. I mean, they did this record's from I think 1970, and they did Your Song by Elton John before it was a hit.
Yep.
The big hit on this was Mama Told Me Not to Come, which was written by Randy Newman. And the song It Ain't Easy, which I've said before, I thought it was a Kinks song because it says R. Davies, but the song was originally written by somebody named Ron Davies. And Ron Davies, It Ain't Easy. No, but this is the same It Ain't Easy that Bowie did on Ziggy Stardust, the same song.
Oh,
But a couple of years before Bowie did it. Because we were talking about Bowie before. Okay.
all right. We got two more. Oh,
Yeah.
man, you are so generous.
3 for 2. 3 for 2.
Oh,
Yeah, hold it up.
okay.
Yeah, you've heard me talk about
Yup.
this, right?
Yep. How did your
I
party
found
lights-
more than one copy for cheap, so I got a couple of spares. Kind of funky jazz quartet with, let's say, Nicole McKee, female sax player. And they get into some good grooves.
Oh man,
And
nice
So-
condition.
wanted to spread the word about that. I think what does it say here? Extra thanks to all Positive Energy, homies and families, for keeping us inspired and hopeful for a better future. They recorded this album during a COVID shutdown to keep themselves busy. And then they released it on Bandcamp. So yeah, it's pungent. The Blotched Moon.
Yeah, I remember this by the cover, and I'm glad you had an extra copy of it.
Yeah.
'Cause my other love is jazz
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jazz is America's music.
and blues.
Yeah. It's all part of the...
Tin Huey.
hold it up.
Okay, this is great. I've had a dubbed cassette copy of this digitized for decades.
Okay.
This has an awesome version of "I'm a Believer,"
Uh-huh.
and the guy who founded this group and
Ralph Carney? Or no?
Um,
No, it was like... Because I was going to talk about Ralph Carney.
go ahead, because the other
So, yeah, hold it up. Yeah, hold it up. So Ralph Carney, local the band was originally from Cleveland, Ohio, but Ralph Carney, saxophone player, who sadly passed away a few years back.
He did?
Yeah. But he played with Tom Waits. His nephew was one of the Black Keys. And he played sax on the BoJack Horseman theme song. And I got to meet him. He came by KUSF, and he talked about Tin Huey record for a while. What he said was that he based, or the band based their version of I'm a Believer on Robert Wyatt's version of I'm a Believer.
I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, Robert Wyatt did a version of I'm a Believer on Top of the Pops, which is a video that you can find on YouTube. So anyway, those are your trades for the Hendrix.
You really did me really well this time.
Yeah,
Very,
they're not they're not in a stockbroker money equivalent, but there's some good listening there.
This is very good listening.
Yeah. Great.
Finally have a copy of this.
Yeah, you do.
It's kind of, I guess I would describe it as kind of almost new wave-ish 1978. Is that how you would?
79, 78. Yeah. I mean, I first heard Tin Huey on one of those Warner Brothers Lost Leader compilations.
Oh.
And it kind of stood out because the compilation was called Monsters, and it was mostly pretty mainstream stuff. It was kind of near the end of the run of those. But, they thank Robert Wyatt.
Oh.
And
I have to read the liner notes, but this is a real great find.
Yeah, Akron, Ohio, same as Akron. If you say Akron, they'll get pissed off. But Akron, Ohio, home of Devo.
Yep.
All right, so let me. So tell me about this mix CD that you made for me.
I don't know if you're going to like it, so.
Oh, I hate everything. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so
I'm an anti-intellectual reactionary, and I shit on everything I don't understand. So
all right, well,
don't try to impress me because you'll be miserable.
Well, that's the thing. You've got so much stuff. I was like, what else can I bring you, right? And I didn't think that you had a lot of 45s from like 1963, 1964, which a lot of it's kind of girl group, and you could say the precursor of bubblegum.
Okay.
So this is called 60-year-old Bubble Gummies, 45s from 1963 and 1964.
Okay.
So there's some familiar titles in here. Walk On By, Dionne Warwick.
So I was born in 65, so this would be what my parents were listening to before I got in their way.
But so this is a little deeper than your average...
Okay, it's got the Beach Boys, Fun, Fun, Fun.
Great way to start the CD, yeah.
Leslie Gore, don't know that song. Okay, there's bands I know and songs. Oh, I love B-sides, so I'm stoked here. Let's see, we got the Dave Clark 5, Billy J. Kramer, Otis Redding, Exciters doing Do I Did. Exciters were one of those Phil Spector, or were they Cameo Parkway?
They were Cameo Parkway,
okay.
And I actually met the singer a few years ago at a music thing in New York.
Shirelles, I dig the Shirelles. Marvin Gaye. Awesome, thank you.
Okay,
yeah. This will go in the compact disc corner. Okay, so I have a CD for you, but first I want to show you this cassette.
Oh,
I'm not giving you this cassette, but I'm showing you this cassette. I'm going to show. Let me show the. So this cassette is called Temporary Insanity, and a dear friend of mine that I used to hang out with all the time back in college, who I haven't seen in a long ass time, but that's another story, made this cassette for me, I think 1989, and when we were hanging out, kind of my whole concept of like rock and garage rock and jazz kind of coexisting, which I kind of did on the radio and with my DJing, because I always felt like jazz was kind of segregated to the jazz stations, you know. But this has a mixture. This kind of fits with the concept, because this has a mixture of like the first track is Lee Morgan and the second track is 45 Grave, which will give you the idea. And it's got Penelope Houston, Wayne Shorter, Charles Mingus. But anyway, I was looking for something and I found this tape. And memories. So I went up to my computer and I was like wondering if I could reconstruct this cassette tape in CD form.
Good.
And I'm going to give you that.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You are too generous.
Temporary insanity. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to Amoeba,
Yep.
which is the Walmart of used record stores.
Yep.
And if you're not from the Bay Area, Amoeba is the biggest record store in town. In fact, the San Francisco Amoeba store, the building used to be a bowling alley. That's how massive it is. And they have 3 stores. They also have one in LA and one in Berkeley. But we're going to go down there. Main thing on my mind is White Hills has a new album, I think dropped today. So I'm going to see if they have that. And we're going to go dig for records. And you out there will see what we get next week. Okay then, that's my video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and peace.